We have, once again, Yakuza versus Barbarians. Yakuza will be killing first here. Survivor starting off in the exit gate, and we'll be looking around, trying to see if they can spot any hide nor hair of the ghost face. I say, this is the way you play it. You wait under a pallet. I think I might have possibly seen somebody. Looks like we're starting off. Oh wait, is it a Wraith and then Ghostface? I thought it was Ghostface and then Wraith. I might be wrong. Regardless, oh, that is some frame tearing if I have ever seen some. A's gonna be hanging out at this loop. They do have a very safe pallet though to drop. Wraith going around it. Ooh, good mind game from the Wraith, and that will be a down. But I think the Ace thought the same thing as I did. I thought they were going around the side, just trying to get Bloodlust going. And I guess with this much prestige on the Wraith, I guess you don't need that Bloodlust, as that is a lot of blood. And first hook is secured by the killer, and that will have been a pain resonance, to no one's surprise. Arguably just one of the best perks of the game. I'm curious to see with the update coming up soon, if we're going to see... Ooh, taking a hit and run tactic here. That is Sloppy Butcher. Going to hit the Claudette and run back towards the hook. I'm curious with the Alan Wake DLC if we're going to see a shake up to the meta, as again, there is no ban list for perks here in the qualifiers. It is all things go. And honestly, despite the fact that all things go, this kill is a pretty chill build. Like, we have Corrupt, we saw Corrupt. We saw Pain Res, we saw Sloppy. There's only one perk that isn't shown, and they will be able to secure that unhook at the very last second here, and I'm sure that there will be a tunnel out on this Ace. Waiting out the 10-second borrowed time even. Not able to, as the Ace is not body blocked, gets the window vault, and even gets Lithe for extra distance here. Does anyone remember back in the day when Firecrackers used to light burn the Wraith? Anyone? Those were good times. Oh, and Larry's doing Larry's things. That is going to be an amazing location for a fast vault. Ace has resources here. Not the safest pallet, but something to work with regardless. Mind Game's coming and get a little bit stuck on the bench. Not going to vault over the top. Getting the Mind Game, and they will get to a much safer pallet here. But is it in time? Yes, it is. Vaulting back into the Wraith, though, and... Ooh. That is going to be a second hook for our dear... That is... Oh, I love it. I love it. Second gen down for these survivors. Third gen following shortly after. Claudette's still in a world of hurt here. Waiting for the Wraith to get called out. Looks like it was after the Claudette after all. Claudette pre-durbing the pallet. Oh my goodness, this is such a good setup here. Claudette gonna be leaving the loop entirely. Surprising. I thought they would have stayed there, but no, they actually get around to the... Oh, they don't! I was about to say, I don't know if you make that, but they actually... Oh, that was so close. Okay. This game is working as intended, obviously. Oh, my word. So they will get the heal off on Ace. Three hook stages so far for the killer. It looks like they immediately find the Ace again. Ace running desperately, getting Lithe for a little bit of extra distance. Will be very helpful here. This is a relatively safe loop. We're gonna have to drop that pallet. Going back over here. This is probably... If I had to gander, I think this is where Ace is probably going to die. This is not the safest loop from what I've seen, but body blocks are going to come in. No, she body blocks the Oh, no. Bit of a miscommunication there, and now Claudette is also in a world of hurt, being at the same spot as Ace. And it looks like they will go for the kill on Ace here. 4 hook stages. Survivors are doubling up on a gen at the moment, though. Unfortunate. Ace will be sent back to the campfire via the entity's grasp. Looks like Killer is going to go for the pickup here, and they will be met with a decisive strike. Missing the stun timing and vaulting back into the Killer. Oh no. Cyrus, however, doubling up on the middle gen. Wraith seemingly having something to say about it, but not that gen. I don't know if they're going. Oh, but Nia heading over to get the pickup. Survivors will be chased off of their generator. And that will be fourth perk revealed. Pop goes the Weasel. 30% off the most progressed. I'm sorry. 30% off the current progress of the generator. Progressing it back around a little bit below 50%. Nia heading over, possibly try and get a pickup, but not going to work. They do spot the Wraith. Wraith heading back to the... Yeah, good call out from the survivors, noticing that Wraith is no longer here. However, Wraith might commit. Yeah, but I say they see the scratch marks. Nancy with balance lighting getting a little bit of extra distance away from that middle area. Wraith not fully uncloaking, is going to wait and find a good line of sight. And we'll get the hit through the window. Nancy does have resources here, though. Looks like Wraith is going to resort to the hit and run. Ooh, but they miss a sneaky Nia, potentially. Even checking lockers. As Claudette is able to get the heal. Hanging out under a pallet. Nia hesitantly coming back and going to be working on the generator. Ooh, and the 5-second stun from Nancy. We're going to kick the pallet and go right back to the generator. Makes sense. As, you know this one's going to be worked on, and Wraith does spot the Nia this time. Claudette's going to be working on a different generator. Sprintburst coming in, pre-dropping the pallet, getting back into center, but getting a little bit stuck there. Insane that there's two pallets next to each other, but Wraith, with the Shadow Dance add-on, will be able to break it very effectively. And I think Wraith is... No, they're not content with just the resources. They do want to get a hit here. Ooh, but that is going to cost them with the double doors being open. Nia turning tail, going to the other side of the map now, deciding this is not the place they want to loop anymore. It looks like Wraith not going to commit. Instead, going back to another gen. Callouts happening as survivors quickly get to their safe zone. Claudette does have a lot of progress on the generator, but Wraith does find out about it. No body block happening, but they will take a tag. Now the question is, do you commit to this or do you go back and kick the gen? Looks like survivors will be able to finish this last generator as they are pumping away. Killer knows that, and they're going to have to go for the chase here. Ooh, so close. I saw what they were trying to do there and not going to quite cut it. One gen left, about to be completed, possibly by Nia here. And the adrenaline coming in as well. We know there is no know it because all 4 perks have been revealed to us. What a comeback. I thought the survivors were in dire straits with the double down on Claudette and Ace. But Survivor is doing a really good job here. Might even let, you know, I would say you could potentially let the Claudette go here and get your 2 outs. It's going to be 6 stages out if you really need it. Again, the other game is being played at this moment, and it looks like we're seeing the outs, yeah. I think they think the 6 stages is enough, or it maybe is for a tie condition or a win con here. Hatchet spawned right there, too. If the Wraith had gone looking for even a second, they might have lost the Claudette. And that, folks, will be the end of set number 1. We will figure out if Barbarians Killer was able to do better here in the first set or not. But with that said, thank you all so much for watching. It is Champions of the Fog Season 10, Qualifier number 5, and alright everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for set number 2. Barbarians did in fact take set number 1. They were correct in leaving with 6 stages, as their killer was managing to pull off more than 6. And now, looking around, Trying to see if they spot anything. No callouts just yet. It is, in fact, the ghost face with a side of screen shearing. Ooh, they do spot a survivor's leg, though. I think the survivor also spotted them. Oh, they spot a whole group of them, and they are revealed. Unfortunate for the killer, as they could not get out of dodge there and avoid the reveal. But getting chased with Ace here. Immediately going for the break. Curious, that almost sounds like a brutal strength from the killer. Can't tell, and there is the Blood Favor and Sloppy Butcher coming in, making it a lot harder to play this. They're going to have to run straight for the next pallet. They will, however, make it. Now the question is, does Bloodlust come in and save the day? Ooh, good mind game there from the Ace. Ghostface getting a bit stuck? Not sure what that was about, but they are going to be able to make it to this pallet now. Good use of lie then. Yeah, Ghostface is a little bit funky there. That'll be first down coming in. Plot at 50% on their gen. Nancy and Nia doubling out another gen together. Will there be a pain res? Well, we saw 2 gens. Or 2 perks. No pain res there. We saw Sloppy and Blood Favor. Nia will take a tag. Is there a pop? No, pop goes the Weasel. Nia coming in for the hook trade. And Ace will be the one that is chased here. Probably gonna take a protection hit for their lovely friend Nia. Need to be careful though. They waited out too long. No, they're gonna go straight for the Nia. First gen down. And survivors should now be well aware of a deadlock in play. So we know 3 perks now. About to say, Ace fully waited out the time. They could have got the slap on Ace, but I guess they didn't call it. And now healing interrupted. Sloppy gonna be regressing that heal. Nancy trying to take aggro, but this killer's having none of it. Ooh, swinging, but they will get the dart. And it looks like Nia with the deliverance. Makes sense as they were the one to go for that unhook and prioritize it, even though they were injured. Ace gonna just force the pick here. Either that or they might... I think they tried to vault and they got the prompt for the walker. I think that's what happened. Oh my goodness, this killer is very... Okay. Yeah, we might be having some ping issues here. This killer has some funky movement. It is worth noting we are not region locked. The only thing that is region locked are the teams. If your team... Ooh, looks like they got the stuff on Claudette. If your team is from one part of the country, they have to be all in that country. Or in that region, I'm sorry. So we definitely do see some games from very spicy regions and locations. Ooh, Claudette getting caught out there, but not going to be enough. Ooh, this is going to be very close, but I think Claudette will end up going down eventually. Yeah, Claudette will go down. Unfortunately for her, that is a Blood Favor still there. Looks like the... I do believe Ace actually... I think their bar is frozen. Yeah, they do have camaraderie. Giving a lot of extra time on this hook, his first hook for Claudette. Nancy... Oh, and with the... Nancy with reassurance as well. Be able to get that unhook. However, Ghostface heading right back to that area. And there they are, but Ace gonna be caught out here. Do they get live? They do. Not able to get a lot of distance as they don't know where the Ghostface is. Holding, and they will get distance. Ghostface seemingly disappearing. Okay, now Ace spots them. Ace doing the best they can. We'll get quite a bit of distance here. There is a pretty safe pallet here. Oh, but they get in chase. I don't think they're gonna have access to that pallet after all. Well, they might if they get. Oh, they get the safe pallet at office. That is a huge boon for them. Okay, I might have been wrong about Brutal Strike. I just thought that there was a Brutal Strike here. However, Ghostface really messing with these survivors here. Ace on Death Hook once again. Kind of a mirror towards last game. However, I imagine we'll see two gens pop really close here. As I imagine that they might be spread on all three, and oh, that is unfortunate. They do go down through the window. We saw two people on a generator, so it looks like one might be finished, maybe a deadlock on the other one. Yeah, there's one. Deadlock gonna be pushing them off the other gen. And Ace will be sent back to the campfire via the entity. All survivors do get a reset. Possibly. It is going to be very close. If Ghostface went directly back there, they wouldn't. It's like instead they're checking out the gens. Gen in the back still deadlocked. Yeah, it looks like Nia's going to stealth away, try and avoid any confrontation here. Two gens left to go. Ghostface was just here, and I don't think the Claudette knows that. Looks like they go and stop the gen that had the most progress as it was deadlocked. Checking out the back here, nothing to be seen. Okay, looks like they do get a stock off on the Nia. Nia gonna be getting fully stalked here. Yeah, have good line of sight though. They will be coming through. I cannot believe you would, after seeing this killer's ping, you would dare try and pallet stun mid-swing. That is very brazen. Very, very brazen and bold of this Nia. But it does pay off as they are able to get completely away here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be going for the Claudette after all. Claudette getting pretty close to full stock. And they're going to be able to stop this gen. So I say, this killer needs to get a couple of hits going. And really start to push that hit and run. Oh, but they got stuck. Claudette needs to be really careful here. If they get stalked, even if for a moment, they're going to be exposed. And I think Ghostface might have just left them entirely. That does seem to be the case. No, they were. I'm about to say, Claudette is going to be so dead here. That was very bold. They didn't wait for a call out from their teammates. They went back to the generator. And Ghostface was doing exactly that, waiting out in the wings. However, survivors will be able to finish a generator here for the Claudette's troubles. Here the terror radius coming in soon. Ooh, getting a tag on the Nancy. And now with Blood Favor up, Nancy's gonna be in a bit of a pickle here. They do get a vault location. But this pallet's blocked too from Blood Favor. They really needed this pallet. This pallet was gonna be so crucial. Oh, wanting to force the pick here, but not gonna work out. However, that does mean that Nia will be able to get the pick here. Me first hook coming in for Nancy. And I do believe if the survivors are paying attention, yeah, that was a pain res, as that gen was further aggressed than before and is now down to nothing. So the last perk is revealed. Once again, no Noed for these stealth killers. Instead going with a good old pain resonance. Not as much slowdown as I would have expected from a Ghostface, but the Blood Favor has definitely gotten them a bunch of value here this game. Looks like Nia's wrapping around for the unhook here. As they trying to listen for that Ghostface, but not seeing or hearing anything. And they will be able to get this unhook. Question is it going to be a safe unhook? Will they have time to heal? Looks like Claudette spotting something, not wanting to stick around for it. Servers are going to be trying to get this heal off. It's like Ghostface will be heading back towards the gen that had some progress, but Claudette hasn't been on this gen for a little bit now. I think this was Nia's gen. So Survivor is potentially about to reset. However, Claudette does have a decent amount of stock. Could be a similar situation where they decide to hold down the fort and maybe go for another slug play on Claudette. Say, this is one of the worst gens you could think of to try and work on. There's so many avenues that Ghostface could, like, reveal you from, potentially come out of nowhere, and... Wait, what? Nancy getting stalked out of nowhere here. Gonna pre-drop this pallet, not want to take any chances. I have no idea where this Ghostface is. Playing some serious head games here. They just waiting? Not sure. Claudette gonna be forced away from their gen by something. Looks like Ghostface is in the vicinity, and Claudette does have a decent amount of stock, so Nancy getting scared out of their... Ooh, that Claudette is 99'd now. Ghostface seemingly wanting to commit here. Not gonna drop that pallet until absolutely necessary. Body blocking from the pallet and the window here. There they go into the cloak. Just a fraction of a second, they'll have the exposure. And they do get it over the top. But Nia and Nancy are doubling this generator here. But I say Ghostface. Oh no, but they did go for the pickup. I think Ghostface thought they had time to go back. Oh, that adrenaline is huge. That is a huge adrenaline on the Claudette. Oh, the Ghostface got greedy. They didn't think the survivors would be doubling, but they did. And now Claudette able to get the exit gate. Nancy going to get away scot-free. Nobody's stalking them. And Nia, the one in chase. I think they forgot that this pallet was thrown already. And Nia... Again, we know there is no no-ed here. But they can hold them at this window, potentially. No, but they swing and miss! That is, in fact, a haste status effect. We do know that this is hope. I'm about to say, you leave. Don't go for the body blocks. Ooh, but they will take it over the top here. And if this exit gate is open across the map, they might be able to get out. I think where they need callouts though, but with hope, they have so much distance. And it looks like, I think there may be a body block coming in from Nancy. Yeah, we hear the pitter-patter of footsteps. That is in fact Nancy coming in for the... Oh my goodness, they're gonna get a 3 out here with 6 stages. Really, really well done from these survivors. All right, looks at the moment that this was a no-fault restart. Apparently the survivor just didn't load in. They got disconnected during the loading screen. Very, very weird. Not really sure, but we will continue on regardless, as it is going to be Barbarians killing here in set number 2. Arguably, not a better place for the survivors to be, as this is a 4-gen on main building side. And I would not be very, very happy if I was the survivors with this setup. But we'll see how they handle it. There's the first tag on the survivor. We do see that mangled status effect from the Fragile Wheeze. Good prediction from the nurse, and oh my goodness. That was an insane prediction blink, as it would have been right where they ran to, but it was also just at a perfect spot to recorrect and get the Kate. Honestly, just really good nurse sense, and we do see that pain res in the background. And another disconnect. This one occurring after the first hook is done, though. We did see the Leon just kind of walking headfirst into the wall there. Not really sure what that's about. I'm wondering if one of these survivors might have a connection issue. It seems to be the case, but unfortunately, I think we progressed too far for a reset to happen. We'll double check that, and we'll continue playing in the moment as Shiva does take an M1, sorry, an M2. Can't tell if that's an Iron Will or just very quiet, but oh my goodness, another very precise blink. And that'll be second hook coming in. Technically, hook number 5, if we count the fact that one survivor is completely out of the game. Already back at the campfire, waiting for these survivors to meet them up. Gonna be a very tough game to come back from. In fact, this might be unfortunate, and another pop goes the weasel as well. This might be a situation where survivors might have to just take the set 1 loss. I don't know how you come back from this. Not able to. I'm about to say that's daring. I don't know anyone that could have timed that blink to get through the logs. I've never seen anyone blink through the logs in the second blink. Ooh, a good attempt to try and predict, but not gonna catch it. Nancy running for their lives here, crouching around the corner. Really good job forcing it. Ooh, I'm about to say, if you just kept holding it, you might have been able to hold out there, but fortunately for Nancy, they did get take a tag there. They do get the unhook on Sheva. Oh my goodness. This nurse has some sick blinks. I say, the lithe I thought would have got them the distance, but that second blink was just on point. As a max distance second blink, and this will be first hook for Nancy here. Shiva and Kate not able to reset. Another pain res, I'm sure, coming in. And yeah, I think we might be looking at a set 1 victory here for Barbarians, as I think they might have... It might have been something worth restarting the client for, potentially, as a... Yeah, that seems to be a hard crash. Quick hit on the Kate. It's like, Kill is going to go around and make sure to pop this gen. I think they want to make sure that they absolutely secure a set victory in 1. I mean, honestly, at this point, if survivors even complete 2 gens, all the other survivors need to do is complete 3. I say, in regular season and previous seasons, it's pretty normal for 4K1 for a nurse. However, in this situation, especially when nurse is allowed to bring, you know, ultimate weapon and pain res, sure, the survivors get some really good stuff of their own, but if the nurse is... Ooh, not able to blink through the top. But if the nurse just has, you know, really strong chain... not able to get through the top here. Nurse is like, what the heck? Why am I stuck in this basement? I will say, collision has been kind of wonky in recent patches. I've noticed some collision in places that shouldn't be, so that might have been the issue. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. I can't believe the nurse didn't hear her. Or maybe they do. They're sticking around. I think the nurse hears something. Or they're just holding down this side. They want to secure the kill. Looks like survivors will be able to finish 1 gen. No, they're not. So I was going to get pushed off of the generator. And since the survivor's in basement, I think that survivor dies in basement, and Nancy... No way. Last possible second save. Really, really well done from Nancy. I did not think they were going to be able to get that. Sheva going down, though. I was thinking they might be able to finish 1 gen, but it does not look to be the case. The second hook for Shiva. Nancy hanging out in mid. Another survivor, Kate, working on the corner gen. Nancy once again heading back to their tried and true hiding spot. I think they're just trying to avoid the ultimate weapon, which does make a whole lot of sense. I'm surprised. Like I was saying, we can clearly hear. How interesting. I guess the nurse can't hear the groans. I'm surprised. Ooh, good flick there, but not gonna get that. Another really good flick, but just a little bit short. Shiva in desperate need of unhooking. I don't know if they're gonna make it in time. No, they will not. Not as lucky as the Kate here. And a quick blink. Kate will go down. 5 gens remaining still. And Nancy... Oh, man, this gen was so close, and it's been battered so many times now. And yeah, I do believe this is going to result in a 4K5. Again, a very unfortunate game issue on the survivor side. But that is unfortunately the way it goes. Games do crash. Adrenaline immediately running to this exit gate. But they're not even going to bother. I guess they were wondering about the other exit gate. I mean, technically you get some stages out. No, Nurse isn't going to have any of it. That will be a tag, and Nancy will be forced away from the exit gate in the nick of time. Man, just really solid Nurse play. Nurse is absolutely on point here. And I think it's safe to say, most likely, set number 1 will go to Barbarians, and it will come down to set number 2 for Bone Hunters to try and pull this one back. Is unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. We'll see if Bone Hunters have some fight to go for set number 2. I'm sorry, for round number 2. But in the meantime, we'll be going on a quick intermission here as we get this next lobby set up. Hopefully, with less lobby issues, as very unfortunate. And it was the Delhi player. All right, everyone, welcome back to Champions of the Fog. We are loading in for set number 2, round number 2. And is going to be, once again, Royal Vec on the Spirit, killing for Barbarians. So, you might notice that Bone Hunters won the previous round. So, despite the fact that the Nurse had a technically perfect performance with a 4K5, there was a penalty infraction that was occurred, and since the penalty is death, it results in a set loss. And so, Barbarians will be going into set number 2 with a loss. But if they play as good as they did previously, even if the survivors hadn't had a disconnect, this killer played so out of their mind. They might be able to hold it to a tie and force set 3 and then break it. So I don't know. I don't think Bone Hunters is out of the woodworks yet. And barring any, potential DC problems. From what I was told, it's a combination of the game is a little bit sketch when it comes to connectivity, and also this is, I believe, SA to RU, which is opposite sides of the world and taking very, very extended travel time to get there. I don't know if you all caught what I just witnessed, but the entirety of all the Survivor team is hiding out the corrupt intervention. This is the best thing I have ever seen. I have not seen a team wait out the entirety of corrupt intervention like this, and I am here for it. I'm glad that I stuck on the killer perspective for so long, because even with the 90-second delay, the killer, we don't like to assume that anybody's watching the stream for nefarious reasons, but just in the, just in case we have a small delay. And I do not believe the killer is none the wiser, as these survivors have entirely stealthed out corrupt intervention. And the only survivor hanging out here is the ace, who has Calm Spirit, as you notice that he did not scream. So, waiting out ultimate weapon, waiting out corrupt intervention. And Shiva coming in for the body block now. We see someone on that totem. It is an undying, as that totem would not normally be revealed. Shiva getting through the window and not taking a hit. Letting the survivor work on a totem to their heart's content. And they do get slapped through the pallet. We first hook coming in for Sheva here. As survivors almost got to finish a gen. Though I imagine, unless a pain res comes in the last second. No pain res. That was 3 people on a generator, and they will get together to heal the ace, their brother in arms, with the Calm Spirit. And if anything what the meta has told me, especially with no perk bans, I'm going to guess this ace possibly has Deliverance, as Calm Spirit and Deli go hand in hand. You don't want your Deli player to be found with Ultimate Weapon being such a powerful pick. Though, honestly, Spirit, not as common to see. We don't see Spirit commonly taking Ultimate Weapon, which is really interesting. I guess they forced the slowdown. They're not as powerful in Chase. Looks like they are switching over to the Gabriel, which I gotta say, loading into this match, I absolutely stan for. Oh my goodness, with the reassurance play, that is massive for this Survivor squad. And with the, oh, looks like it's a lucky break overcome too, getting a whole lot of distance here. And Spirit will catch up, but not able to track them down, as that is, yeah, the power of Lucky Break. This Survivor has no blood and no scratch marks for 30 seconds. And with Reassurance holding that Jenna for a while, they are in a good spot. Spirit taking a Palestine to the face. Seems like they're setting up for their power save coming in soon, as that Survivor has been on. That Survivor has been playing Hook Simulator most of this game. Ada will take a tag as they do get the unhook on Sheva. Jen about 70-80%. Here comes the window vault. Do we make it in time? And no, Spirit will come out of their phase and get the hits. Second hook coming in for the Spirit. First hook on Ada. And I'm curious, we haven't seen any kind of regression yet. And I do believe I heard that Jen explode behind me. Yeah, that is a pain resonance. So Killer did bring pain res. We have Undying Blood Favor, as we did see that R on the totem, and Corrupt Intervention. So we know all the perks here. Spirit, once again, a Killer without Noed. No head-on play, as this is not the regular season. Head-on a little bit outclassed by some of the stronger exhaustion perks, but still a fun and very strong exhaustion perk in its own right. Once again, though, Gabriel Soma taking a hit and disappearing with that lucky break. Ace about... Oh, it looks like Ace and Sheva doubling up on a Jen. Another reassurance on Ada as well. These Survivors are making keen use of reassurance. Ace able to finish the generator, and looks like they might even be taking a hit here for Sheva. Yeah, Sheva with bounce lighting gonna get some distance. Ace gonna take a tag. Spirit going to be following it up, and I don't know what Ace can do to dodge this. A little bit of bags, and they will accept their fate. First up coming in for Ace. I imagine Survivor's gonna be heal squad. Yeah, they're gonna be resetting now. Survivor is playing this incredibly methodically. Another pain res to work through. Survivor's having trouble figuring out who gets the heal. And there's the deli from Ace. To be expected, as they did have the Calm Spirit, and they were able to get a fresh unhook. It looks like Sheva is going to leave and let these two Survivors work on a generator together. They do find a totem. Curious to see. The Survivors might not fully recognize that it is Undying. Ada, however, in the meantime, taking a hit. Going to hold this Survivor to the pallet. Here comes the mind game. And they do win it over the pallet. Second hook can be coming in for Ada, potentially. It looks like they will be trying to cleanse this totem. Yeah, Survivors might not be fully aware that it's Undying, as we, the viewers, did see that aura reading from the Spirit side, but Blood Favor is still in the game even after that break. Generator getting regressed just a little bit. We see a Jen on the far side regressing as well. We see Ace in the backdrop working on this Gen in the corner, but Spirit has to wait a couple more seconds for their power before they can get into it. Ooh, good read from the Spirit, and that will be a tag on Ace at the window. Second hook incoming for our Deliverance player. Looks like Survivor's going to be going to double up on another Gen. Not resetting as much as they were before. Maybe trying to really make sure to break the Gens on that side of the map. Shiva most likely going to be able to finish this generator. Yeah, but as I say, this is doubling up on the generator back here in the corner. Seeing a reset most likely to occur, but not able to get it off in time. Spirit expecting him to go first. Oh no, this is a really bad spot. They did interrupt the heal here. Ada not able to get to the heal. Looks like Gabriel gonna be going for the unhook, and Shiva taking a hit at the window as well. Ooh, looks like they might have an Unbreakable in hand. However, Gabriel will be able to get the unhook here. Second hook for Sheva. Survivors, this is a really close game. Survivors have definitely played. I don't know if I'd be doing that, Spirit. We gave a warning out already about this kind of behavior. You might be receiving a penalty for this. Yeah, folks, for those who don't know, this kind of behavior is not allowed. BM is fine in some cases, but this is far beyond BM. This is unacceptable behavior. So, that said, looks like Gabriel's going to be finishing a gen of their own. Death hook for the Ada. And looks like Gabriel will be heading down into the basement for the unhook. However, it might be a hook trade, but I think Ace is working on their own gen. Yeah, but I say they finished their gen, actually. And even if there is a tag and a hook trade here, Survivors will be looking at outs, as we do know all 4 perks. Looks like Gabriel will force the hook trade here and the pickup. And even if this Survivor, I'm about to say, this Survivor hasn't been hooked yet. They can 4%. And if Ace and Shiva get a door unlocked, Hatch has to spawn at Shack. If this Survivor 4%, that's going to be insane. They also might not know, because in most comp settings, you're not allowed to 4%. So, nah, no 4% for our poor Gabriel Soma. See you back at the campfire, buddy. You did well. Your reassurance and lucky break are over. With that said, we will see how Bone Hunter's Killer fared and Barbarian Survivors fared in their other set as that was going on simultaneously. Again, these games are not staggered because we have so many of them to get through in a single day, but